Hello, am I audible?
Uh, yes, yes.
Okay,
Am I
okay,
am
perfect.
I audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Like you can.
perfectly fine, perfectly fine.
Okay. So I'll
Namaste,
just.
namaste, Indira ma'am, and welcome to Bharatiya Youth of India Awards Authors Interview, Awardee Interview, and congratulations first of all for being the final awardee of Bharatiya Youth Quiz of India under your respective category.
Thank you so much. Uh, Really, like Bharatiya Youth Face of India title has been a milestone, like in my writing career. The platform is so, what should I say, so encouraging for all the like talented people, and for me it's really like it's sure to take me a long way in this writing career. So a big thank you to for arranging such a grand event. So really it's a great initiative.
Thank you for your beautiful words about the team, about the effort which every member of our team poured upon. So let's move up. Let's start with the interview, right? So kindly introduce yourself, not in the very ordinary manner which you do, like in the other platform, but yeah, something different, and that difference is obviously why did you choose your this journey of authoring?
Right. I think that is more important to know why I started writing and became an author, because you see, I belong to a different career, right? So, like, I was a student of science and then I was into PhD. So, everyone is very much interested to know why I gave up PhD and suddenly into arts and writing. So, actually, this my love for writing could be traced back to my ninth standard when I was in my class 9. So during that time, there was a piece, I think, a poetry. It was The Ancient Mariner by S.T. Coleridge. It's a very famous one. So that one, my mother, who is also a writer and a poet herself, had explained it to me in a very beautiful way. She just created a picture in front of my eyes just with a few words, with her words. So it was that time I realized that there is magic in words. You can create a whole picture with words. So it was in school. But then again, I took up science because I loved biology a lot. So I took up science, and then in college, St. Xavier's College, I was into biotechnology. But then again, in college, we had a beautiful library, and there were lots of books, not only like course books, but like storybooks, novels, and they were so beautiful. So I used to just get, like, I used to check them out, like, the spines, the gold and silver embossed titles and the author's name, and a weird fantasy I developed. Like, I started thinking maybe someday I'll have a book like this with my name, my story, but it was just a fantasy at that time and nothing else. But at the end of college, like when I was in my MSc, I started writing more uh, in a kind of diary fashion, 1 or 2 pages about my thoughts, about my feelings. And then when I got into PhD, my life changed. Everything had to be stopped because there was no time. PhD was so much demanding and it was very rigorous. So it was I hardly managed time for eating, sleeping, and doing basic course. So writing was nowhere there. And I started feeling suffocated because things were not working out the way I wanted. And so, like, when I was in the third year of my PhD in 2016, I think I was in the lowest point of my life. My mind was a mess. Like, I couldn't tell you how I felt, but I had to take a call. And it was then I took the decision to quit PhD. But trust me, I thought it would be very easy. I will just walk out. But then I was bombarded with criticism. People started making me feel that I had committed the greatest mistake of my life. And I still haven't came up with the thought that I will become a writer. That they said that you are doomed. Your life is gone. You gave up PhD. Why? What will you do now? You have nothing to do. You are useless. So they made me feel worthless. But then I'm glad that, my parents, my husband, some of my friends, and some of my students, they supported me and encouraged me to do what I really want to do. And it was at that point of time I started writing. Like chasing dreams happened that way. Half was already written during the end of college, and then I started finishing it, putting some of real life things and like mixing some from my imagination. It happened, and the more people criticized me, the more I got determined that no, I need to follow my heart and I need to prove them wrong. And I need to tell them that if you really want to do something, it's only you who can do it. No one else will do it for you. So I was very determined and I finished the manuscript. But then I thought, now it's done, the easy part begins. And as I started communicating, rejections, and no one even replied. I kept waiting. I used to keep checking mails every day, but no one like even replied that no, we are not taking it, not even that. But I'm glad that I think it was within 3 or 4 months, I think Olympia Publishers accepted my manuscript and they said that yes, we are making it a book. And I was so glad. And from that day, the day I like the paperback version of my book, when I was holding it in my hand, and I told myself that now I am not giving it up anymore. Now I am there and I will write life. I will write incidents. I will write whatever I feel, my thoughts, my imaginations. And I always do that. I take up things from real life and I try to put it in the jacket of a imaginative cover, and then I try to put it, because I think truth is always stranger than fiction, and sometimes what you imagine and what you see is like when they mix together, it creates something great. So that was the point. I think I became a writer, and also I was determined that I'm doing it all throughout my life, not giving up anymore. So it happened that way. Until then, I think
Yeah.
so like the journey has been really a roller coaster ride, on an adventurous path. But what really keeps me going is my love for writing, and also like encouragements I get from platforms like Bharatiya of India and many others. Like I have been really lucky to have received those awards. So they are really great. So that keeps me going, and always my readers review, and when they say that yes, it's a good book and we want to read more, so that I think that is also a very big drive to write more and more.
Definitely, definitely. And since you mentioned that your past experience about shifting from PhD to an author, right? Leaving PhD because you were not meant to be, or you didn't feel like doing PhD. And that's completely fine, right? Giving up on something which you don't like, which you don't have passion, and picking up
Exactly.
something which you have passion and then converting it into profession is the best part. And kudos to
Exactly.
you that people
Thanks.
like you teaches us that passion can be converted into profession, and if you have passion in something, you are very open, very confident to convert it into profession, and that's the best thing. Thank you for doing this. And next question I would like to ask you, that being youth, many people face the same issue, converting their passion into profession, or sticking between their passion and profession. So what should they do?
uh, I think you should always follow your heart. At the end of the day, what matters is what you want from life. It is your life. The choice should be yours, and you should also be able to take the responsibility of the choice you have taken. Like, suppose you, like, from in my case, I decided to become an author. So it was not that I knew beforehand that everything will be very hard and hardships, but no, I knew that whatever comes, I will be responsible, and I will not blame that, oh, it would have been better if I would have not taken this up, if I would have pursued PhD. Many people ask me that, don't you repent that you left PhD? I say not a single bit, because when I take decisions, when I took that decision, I knew that it might not work out. But then whether it will work out or not is not in my hand. My hard work and my determination is in my hand, right? So I think, and I'm a person who always follows the heart. So I always advise people to do what pleases you, not others. So always listen to your heart. And I think the road might be difficult, but at the end, you will enjoy the journey, that you did what you wanted to do and didn't do just because someone asked you to follow the trend or to follow the path someone else has walked. So I think that is it.
Definitely, definitely. Creating your own unique path is the need of an hour for every youth, I guess. And if we do so, create our unique path, then we are not only being with an entrepreneurial mindset, but also we are being different, right? We are being
Exactly.
one of our kind, like not
Yes,
one of
exactly.
them, but one and only. That's the biggest
Yes.
success one can get,
Yes,
right?
exactly. It's true, very true.
Yeah,
Like, I remember you telling in some talk, I think in the award ceremony, that we can earn money in different ways, but then we want to earn identity. And I still remember that words. It has touched my heart. So it's really very true. That is the thing, that it's not only about earning money, it's also about earning your identity and where you want to see yourself. That is the main thing. Where do you want to see yourself in coming 10 years or in coming 15 years? So like, I led a life, and then at the end I say I repent, I'm not happy what I did, then what's the point of doing such a thing, isn't it? So, and I also think some people tell me, oh, now I don't have time to change. That is also not right. I think age shouldn't be a factor. Like, it's now, like, you can start it anytime you feel like. Age is not a factor. So that is also what I want to tell, that no one should think that, oh, now I have spent a considerable amount of time in this field, so it's not a right decision to change it. If you really think the drive, something is shouting from inside your inner voice, then you need to do something about it. Like, if it is something that is not allowing you to sleep at night, then you should know that it's high time the bell is ringing. So for me, it was like that. Like, I
definitely,
had to do
definitely.
it.
And that, yeah, that's the biggest takeaway, that we should keep going. And age is definitely not a hindrance or a taboo or a stoppage on your creative mindset, creative analytical thinking, because age is definitely a natural process, right? And
Exactly.
but your creativity is not natural process. Your creativity
Exactly.
increases if you put extra effort. It stops
Exactly.
if you don't put any effort. That's simple
Exactly.
logic, right? If we follow.
Exactly.
And plus, what I believe in, that there are few things which God has created and we can't change that. The nature,
Exactly.
right? And maybe some of our disabilities or inabilities which God has given us, we can't change that. But
Yes.
what we can change, we should change. If you think you are not comfortable in studying daytime, you are very open to sleep at daytime 6 hours
Exactly.
and study at night, because that's human
Exactly.
made, right? It's not God has
Exactly.
made that night
Exactly.
time to only sleep. We can change
Yes.
that,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Sure.
those are things which we should definitely look upon. And when we say we have just 24 hours, so we have 24 hours, and it's lot of time to invest in ourselves. If we can, if we want, we can create history in those 24 hours. Right?
Sure. Sure.
Today is Today is Engineers Day in India, and the first engineer of India, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but all of you can Google him up.
Okay.
उनके नाम पे आज इंजीनियर्स डे पड़ा है, right? Under his name.
Okay.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
is the first engineer of India. So he is someone starting from M dot something from starting from T. So see the miracle which we can create, right? ये एक पूरा
Exactly.
day dedicated हो सकता है आपके नाम पे if you
Very.
just put extra effort.
Like, see, time is 24 hours is for everyone, right? But still, that within that 24 hours, few people are creating history. So it is doable, right? So if someone says that time is an issue, I know sometimes it really gets very hectic, but then that is what, like, if you love something, then you will always make out time for that. Like in my case, when during I was writing The Veil of Disguise, my daughter was just 1.5 years old. Like half of it was written before she was born, and then everything has to stop. And I didn't know what to do because motherhood was like a new thing, and I was all alone, like not in my country, so no one to help. And so I didn't even have time to write. And there, that was another point. I started asking, should I give up? Should I stop writing? So is this it? But then the way I told you, again, something, from inside told me, no, 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 you have to. So what I did is, people suggested me, when baby sleeps, you sleep. But what I did was, when baby sleeps, I write, because that gave me more satisfaction. Because if I slept, and then my mind was always very upset, because there was something back of my mind, in my heart, telling me that do it, do it. So I remember Veil of Disguise was done with innumerable sleepless nights and even days, like with my daughter in my lap, I was rocking her and I was typing. I still remember those days, but still I enjoy it. It was not easy, but I enjoyed it a lot. So that's it, the time thing.
Definitely. There is a very beautiful quote: when people sleep, hustlers hustle. So I guess that's the perfect quote which clearly states that if you want to achieve something, you have to sacrifice something. And that sacrifice could be your time, sacrifice could be your interest, sacrifice could be your money even sometimes, sacrifice could
Sure.
be, yeah, there are multiple other sacrifices which we give, right? Sacrifice of our close ones
Exactly.
as well. Because we see in our life that there are people, those who are close to us, yet those who are not right for us, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
we should abstain from these people, those who are close to us,
Yes,
yet not right. जैसे हिंदी में एक कोड है ना,
yes.
सत संगति का असर बहुत बढ़िया होता है, अच्छी
हाँ
संगति. तो वो
हाँ
अच्छी संगति होना बहुत जरूरी है. That's very important, right?
exactly, exactly, exactly. Very true.
Yeah. Okay, so that take me to one of the last questions.
Okay.
What do you want to give message to our coming generation youth who want to take authoring field as their passion, or maybe convert their passion as authoring into profession?
Okay. So first thing I will say that don't give up. First thing, maximum people, they start something, and then once they start facing difficulties and the criticism, the harsh criticism, the rejections, and the negative reviews, they feel very bad, and they start doubting themselves, that maybe I'm not that good, maybe I'm not for this field. So I would like to say, don't give years to people. Just use the, it's, I don't say that just delete it, no. Use the negative criticism, use the failures like a fuel to propel you more and more forward. The more people tell you, no, you are nothing, you will not shine, or you will not succeed, you double your effort to prove them wrong, that no, I can. If she can, I can. And most importantly, I want to. That is why I can. So believe in, I think youth should believe in themselves. They have a great power. Like few days back, I was talking to some students on the International Youth Festival, International Youth Day. So there they asked me that people criticize us, parents tell us do this, relatives tell us, so what should we do? So I told them that, see, they all tell you because they are well wishers, but then at the end of the day, you have to train yourself to be determined, to be focused, because youth is also very, what should I say, vulnerable to distractions. Like it's very easy to get distracted, like you do something for somebody and then you shift and then you think, no, this is not fun. If you keep fidgeting, then it will be difficult. So it's very important to train your mind to know what you want actually. And once you know that, keep walking, keep hitting, keep like bang on. So you have to keep pushing and pushing, work hard enough to break the big wall of ice. It's not going to fall on its own. You have to work really hard. As like in one of my quotes, I say that success comes to those who are tired of trying yet cannot give up. So that is the thing. You have to be very determined, very focused, and failures will come. You have to be friends with failures. And another thing is that, if you choose something, like I have chosen to become an author, like a full-time profession in a very professional way. And it has its own, what should I say, problems. It has its own setbacks. It has its own challenges. But then I just can't keep complaining because it's my choice and I have chosen it because I want it, because I love it. So if you choose to be a sailor, you cannot complain of rough winds. This is one of my favorite quotes. I keep saying all the time. So if you choose something, stick to it, work hard for it, work hard for your dreams. And hard work always pays off. This is the truth. It might seem that things are not working out. It's like all uphill for me. Nothing is working out. I don't know how I will make it. Like I told you, I want to publish so many books that everyone in the world will at least know one of my book, if not read them. Now, if someone asks me, how will you do it? I don't know how will I do it, but I know I will do it. And the only way is by keep on writing and publishing and reaching out to people. And I'm going to do it all throughout my life. So that is the thing. Just don't give up and be sure, ask yourself 100 times before changing something, because you change and then you repent, then there's no point, right? So be sure.
Exactly.
And if you are sure, then go ahead. Don't listen to the criticisms. Just keep going, keep walking. So that's all.
Exactly. That's the perfect thing. And you mentioned a few of your own written quotes, and that's the
Yes.
best thing because people follow different quotes. That's very good, but people try to copy different quotes. I know very few people who have made their own quotes, who make their own quotes, write their own quotes, and even follow them. That's the best part. So at last, I would love to ask your reviews on the Bharatiya Youth Faith of India team, Bharatiya Youth Faith of India award. How did you like? Right? What was your reaction initially? All of those things.
So I'm really excited to say this because, I talk a lot about Bharatiya Youth Face of India to my friends and family. So it was like night time, I was sleeping and I was just like scrolling and I came across this Bharatiya Youth Face of India and I was very much interested. And then I thought, should I apply and I don't think I will be one of them. But then I thought, okay, I'm that kind of a person who is always like, let's give it a try. There's nothing wrong in trying, your luck and your hard work. So I thought, okay.
Definitely.
So from the first day, I should say, Bharatiya Youth Face of India has been so friendly and so interactive. Like I had sent some message or a mail, they had reverted back in no time. That's the best thing, they never kept me waiting. And I always tell them to everyone, like, this is such a smooth sailing, like from starting from the mail, confirmation mail, to the posters and then the award kit. It's so beautiful and it reached so smoothly, like I think in a few days. So, and the entire thing, the process, like bringing together so many people in one platform, and then the virtual award ceremony, it was, I think, great because after that I have got so many followers who are author themselves. I met some beautiful authors whom I didn't know previously. And now we talk, we interact, we see each other's work. And so it's really great. So I think it's like bringing youth together, bringing some brilliant minds together. And I think it is the first time, maybe, I don't know. For me, I think it is the first time I have seen such an initiative. So it's really great. And I really want Bharatiya Youth Face of India season 2 to happen. And I'm sure it will happen. So
So, okay, then
it's
let me
really
tell
great.
you, definitely. Let me tell you, we started with just a single motive of empowering the entrepreneurial mindset, empowering the people, those who are doing something different apart from their studies, right? Those who are not just being career mules, but are doing something different to try to bring the change in themselves. And there are hundred plus award ceremonies in the country going on. You must be also
Yes.
seeing many of them in your
Yes.
DMs approaching you. Right, there are
Yes.
many of them, and trust me, like I am not saying this because I am connected with Bharatiya Youth of India. If you, because you have received the award, if you are going to see the difference between Bharatiya Youth of India award and any other award in the country, any other, not the civilian that all those, but all these awards, you will be seeing the difference. See,
Yes,
because
for sure.
yeah, because there is a thing which is known as reputation, dignity, right, and
For
a
sure.
mark of respect. Because we are
Respect.
here, yeah, we are here to give that society. But the other people, those actually they once we started organizing this event, there are many award ceremonies who started following us, following the
Yes.
concept of Bharatiya
Yes,
Youth of India
yes.
Award.
Yes, yes.
They
I
even
know
yeah, they even
many
copied
people.
our
Yes.
message.
Yes, yes, yes. Like many people are also DMing us and saying that it's a nationally recognized thing. So, and also one thing I forgot to add, that this thing, that the title itself, Bharatiya Youth Face of India, it's just not an award. It's a lifetime achievement. Whoever is one of the awardee, I know, feels that respect. Like, when I see that title beneath my name in my book or my CV or somewhere. It's like kind of I can't tell you, a warm feeling inside the heart. And I'm sure every awardee feels the same. Like while holding the trophy, like Bharatiya Youth Face of India, I think it's really great. And the process, the
Exactly.
team is really good. So I'm
Exactly.
sure many people
Yeah,
will follow your path. I'm
definitely,
sure.
definitely. The name Bhartiye was chosen by me. The idea was to give the name by me. The single reason being because India the name is given by foreigners, right? Hindustan is
Yes,
a name. Hindustan is a very controversial name which divides
exactly.
the,
Sure.
although it shouldn't be, but it divides the segment. But Bhartiya is the very initial and very
Bharat,
ancient name.
exactly.
भारत के नाम पे
Bharat, yes,
भारत के
Bharat.
नाम पे भारत
Uh-huh.
पड़ा था name. So that is the reason we thought of keeping the name Bhartiya because it gives a
Yes,
sense of belonging, sense of
yes,
citizenship to all the
sure.
people, right? And
Very
youth face
true.
of India because youth are the pillars of
Youth
the country.
power,
All yeah,
exactly.
youth is obviously the power and the future force of
Yes,
action for the country. So Bhartiya Youth Face of India, and
so
now
it is
we
really
are
great.
definitely. We are proud to tell you that we have like we don't organize award each month. Like it's not our serial once we organize award, we organize each month. It's that we organize two awards each year. So this year,
Sure.
one award was Bharati Youth of India, and the second
Yes.
award is 100
Yeah,
most
100.
influential
Yes,
people of India.
inspiration.
Right, that's
Yes.
also Bharatiya 100 most influential people of
Yes,
India,
yes,
and
yes, yes.
the simple criteria of that award is also the same. Just the difference is here we are not marking on the basis of your category, but here we are marking on the basis of your effort which you have put in
Exactly.
as a human being at large into
Exactly.
different fields maybe combined together because
Yes, yes.
here we are taking only 100 people, topmost
Yes.
100 top of the
Yes.
country, right? Whom we can say that
Yes,
okay, these
I
are the
saw.
100 bunch of
Hmm.
100 people, those who are inspiring the youth, those who are trying to, let's say, giving back to the youth society in very constructive and creative terms.
Yes, yes. I saw the posters, and I also saw some of people registering. So I keep checking, and it really feels good,
Yeah,
Like I like I get to know so many people like whom like I never knew. So for you, like for this Bharati Youth Face of India initiative, I got to know so many brilliant people, and it really feels great to listen to their story, listen their journey, and that in turn inspires us to work more and more. So I think it's really great, So
Definitely. And I guess now it's time to not say
yes,
goodbye because obviously we are a family, so goodbyes are
yes,
never entertained in Bharatiya Youth of India.
exactly.
But obviously we'll definitely
Yes,
meet someday in person
sure,
and we'll
sure,
share
sure.
some good maybe talks and good inspirational insight.
Sure,
And
sure. Positively.
yeah, till
Yes.
that time, thank you, namaste for
Yes.
being with us on this
Namaste.
platform.
Yeah. Sure.
Congratulations
Thank you
again.
once again. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.